and what I feel from this period of time in my life. And I mean this from like the depths of me. Like I say it so casually, but it has a lot of layers. That the full moon in Gemini is looking at you and saying, how are you going to take care of all of the yous? How are you going to take care of all the personalities? And I have a lot of personalities. Some of you know all of them. I'm a meathead hippie. I am sometimes a masculine meathead. Sometimes I'm a feminine meathead. I'm a total woo something, whatever you want to call it. I love the woo woo, but I also really love to crush some high heels and some get down to business shit. So we have all these different sides of us. We have all these different components, and we battle with how to like take care of them all, or we don't even know they exist. We haven't even gotten to that point. And I will say that for the last 6 months, it's been understanding each one of those pieces of me deserves to be heard. If you're looking at it in that way, they all deserve to have expression. And no matter what we do in our work, we are happier individuals when we can express ourselves in the way that's truest to us. That's all we want in our life, is to be who we are. And we struggle because we want to be who we are, yet many of us don't even know who we are. And we're learning and relearning and unlearning and learning and relearning who we are. And that never stops. And so it's a little bit maddening when you think about, how do I show up as my full self, and what do I want? The what do I want journey that I posted about yesterday. You just go step to step. And that's why we have to be so tuned in to who we are more and more, because the more we get to know ourselves, the more we know what intuition is. And so when we talk about intuition and intuitive kind of senses, it's just a glorified way of saying you're getting to know yourself, because you know the yeses and the nos, and you know the things that you want. And we only know because we have gone through all the doing and then all the feeling, and then the no becomes the bridge between the two. And that's what my book really is about: the do, feel, know, and make. And I am just so honored because this book, it's almost a year old. I was supposed to read let me read this really fast. Problem pathway. So this is my little diagram on problem pathway. You sit with it, you move through it. It's simply that simple. Option 2, avoidance, push it down, get better at avoiding, let it bubble up in another form, usually a form of sickness or something your body will show you. Inflammation, crankiness, moodiness, skin issues, all the things. And it's just a dripping sink. And so this little poem about a dripping sink, I'm supposed to read it to you because I'm supposed to read it to you. So here we go. You will never get used to a dripping sink. You can convince yourself it's not that bad, but it's always there. Drip. Consuming you. Drip. Driving you insane. Drip. In the back of your mind, as if that part of your mind is some vacant storage unit. Not important. Drip. But it's still your mind. Drip. Already expended. Drip. Already worn out. Drip. This is what it's like to be busy. It's normal. Drip. We can fix it next week. Drip. And there's no more next week. And that's what I push for people so much, is there is no more next week. We have one chance to do this. And if you're unhappy, you can fix it. And I believe so strongly that by doing that in my own life and everything that I do, everything, it's a little crazy, but it's just so important to never fight or never stop fighting for what you know to be true. Okay, first off, I was supposed to introduce this. This is tea time. This is my people. I do tea time from 3:33 to 4:44 every day. And that space has radically changed my life. It's when I process the most. I have to do something in the morning. I wrote a little fun post about my morning routine. But I also have to do something in the middle of the day because We go through our whole day like a giant blur, and then it's gone. And then we wonder where the time went. Why is it already Thanksgiving? What happened to this year? Next year will be better. Get this year over with. What if there isn't a next year, you know? We wait and we wish and we think that something is going to come to the sky and strike us like a lightning bolt. You are your own lightning bolt. And it is always about what the work you're going to do. What are you going to do to make this more stable? To stop saying and stop looking and stop seeking and just decide. And so I just am so happy to finally have stability in my own life because of this deep inner crazy 6 months that has happened. A chance to relax, a chance to heal, a chance to pause so that when I do create, it's fucking amazing. And it is. So January, we launched Empress. And Empress was just, it was actually, let me start from the beginning. On December 2nd last year, which also happens to be my shaman Jennifer's birthday, which is why I know she's my soul sister. We have some soul contracts, that's for sure. On the day of her birthday, I launched this book, December 2nd. And I was with my dear friend Jalen, and I was like, I have to pull a card. I have to do some tarot cards. So in the middle of a restaurant, I pulled out my cards. So this is the hippie and the meathead hippie. And of course, I got Empress, which if you don't know tarot cards, that's okay. Empress is just this beautiful garden of nourishment and creativity and expression. And it's just what you would want to live in. It's like the birdhouse, my dream house, a birdhouse and a garden. That's Empress. That's what I think of. And I just knew it was so important, but I didn't know why. And then we launched Empress, which was our ability to say we have all these amazing things that I believe are vital for your own wellness journey. You can't just move and expect that to be enough. You can't just meditate and expect that to be enough. You can't just eat vegetables but not do the others and expect it. Wellness is so multidimensional because our bodies and our spirit and our mind, hopefully it's pretty layered, right? So the work that we do, from the workouts to the meditation to the way we take care of our mind, that too also has to be dynamic. It has to evolve as I do. And it's so amazing to watch that process with joy and not hatred, right? So how do we experience the wins in a way that makes us want to continue to do this? And that's where I think fitness and wellness has really dropped the ball. Marketing is about making you hate yourself, see a flaw in yourself, wish you were better, instead of you seeing yourself as perfect, as is, but knowing maybe I could do some things that would make me more grounded, more stable, more thought-provoking, not just a fly on a wall watching my whole year go by. I want to be an active participant in this life that I live. That is the biggest driving force for me, is like, what am I going to leave this earth with, right? We have that ability and we have to take action on it. We have to do. So I launched this book, and then I launched Empress, and then as amazing as it was, there were so many things that I knew we could do better. Then 2020 happened, which is, our gym closed down. And things got weird, supply chain issues and communication changes, and ultimately the need of people, right? We simplified. What do we actually need? We don't need more noise. We need quality movement forward. We need healed people creating, because healed people heal people. And instead of just adding to the noise, what can we do? Because our world needs us. We need to make from the extension of who we are deep down, not here. That is the healing that needs to happen. So we went deep. We went so deep, and we've tried everything. We've tested everything. And it's just so amazing that on this full moon in Gemini, which 1 year ago was December 12th, and it was the full moon in Gemini, and I wrote on wrote on a Post-it note, what is Empress? Because I knew it was going to be important. I knew whatever it was, I was going to change so that I could be the one that brought it to life. because that's how beautiful it is. And it took all year. It took a whole year. And impatience, I have a poem on this. Impatience is the ultimate sign of immaturity. Because it is. Because we don't respect the laws of nature. I am not patient, and I don't think I ever will be, but I'm getting better. And this year was really good and getting better quicker. So 1 year later, which is today, the full moon in Gemini, where I get to take care of all of my personalities. I get to let my different things that I love and interests, I let them all be expressed. And there's no greater joy than to be able to do that. I don't take that lightly. I know how important that is, and I know how hard I've worked to get there. And so, without further ado, we finally put all your feedback, all your requests, all your needs, all your wants, all your desires, from the smallest things to, do you want a little text message from us on Tuesday? From me on Thursdays, you're now going to get my tea time musings, all about do, feel, know, and for my creators, how can we make from a space that is balanced and healed? Because again, the world needs more healed people. And then, of course, we got the movement, because that's so a part of who we are. We are humans who are supposed to be running from saber-toothed tigers and dinosaurs. And instead, we are on Zoom calls all day. How are we going to be okay in our brain with the anxiety that we have if we do not take care of our basic needs, which is moving like a human? So whatever that means for you, and we can help you find your program. We have so many different options, whether you have just dumbbells, whether you have no equipment, whether you have a full gym, we got a program for you. And we have people to help you find the program. And the best part is, I believe, the community piece that we all are desperately needing, because all of us are isolated and alone. Not all of us, but a lot of us. It's really dark out there. And even if you're not alone, in your head, we are. So how can we bridge that? And what has worked all year is this amazing group of people who have been with us from Empress to Platform Virtual to Platform Daily to now what this new membership is, to bring it all in one place. And we have yoga classes. We have a chakra yoga class that's right after Kick with Kat, which is a new 30-minute kickboxing class that we launched last week. And you guys love it, and I love it, and it's amazing. We have Wake Up with Wade, who is my ride or die for platform and for my life. This guy, just 30 minutes mobility with Wade on Wednesday mornings. He's just gonna make your life. He's that human. We have Monday, April, Platform Pro. She's gonna set you up with a full week. All of these are live for you to get the connection, but you can also get them recorded and written. And then I'm taking all these programs that I've done for 10 years. My favorite one that I need to do because I'm not super happy with this DELT definition. Okay, that's better. Masculine meathead. Is arms and abs. So I have so many different programs. Ass and abs, arms and abs, build, busy bee, burn. We have over 12. And they're 6-week programs and they're fucking amazing. I love them. But they're on PDFs, and I think right now, more than just a program, you need somebody to do it with. You want to have a community to also join you. So all of that is now in what is now our new membership. And I think what's so beautiful about this is not only like seeing the year from a bird's eye view and seeing like how things have just, I needed everything. You know, I was so impatient. I wanted to get this sooner, but it just wasn't going to happen sooner. It had to happen now, today, in this moment, right now, with you watching it. And it was this idea that not only did I need to learn the patience, but I could finally see all of the effort, all of the stages. It's looking backwards and smiling, not looking backwards and hating. I've never done that before. So that was like a really big win. It was just a moment of appreciation for everyone who's been here from day 1 or day 20 or day 6,000. But also the journey that like, you just have to figure it out, and you will. And I'm so proud. I'm so proud. And I think when I think about all these trying and testings, it's so good, but it also kind of sets up there's something that I needed that was more than just another month program, because I need a commitment from you, just as you need a commitment. Every time I get on a live, my nose runs. Does anyone know what that's about? I think it's the funniest thing. It's like an allergic reaction. Okay, so the commitment thing is like massive. I have a lot of Sagittarius in my chart, and it's a thing I've been working on. So it's this idea of I overgive and I don't know how to not overgive. That's just who I am. But I had to figure out a way to also receive. And I realized that it was all about the way that the point being, it's getting you involved in my tea times. That's what it is. These tea times are they've changed my life. And I want you to be changed through them too, because we don't process enough. And I am such a good processor that I know how to give you musings and journal prompts and readings to get you to also think in this way that we can look back at our journey and have joy, not disgust or frustration because we didn't do enough. And then the idea of a commitment is simply this, what can I commit to? I know I want you to see all of these things in one place, but none of these things in one place work unless you also commit. We need that stability right now. So the memberships are 3 and 6 months, because as much as I am going to commit to you with everything that we do, from the movement to the musings in my tea times and my little audio clips that you get every Thursday, to your weekly challenges and reviving the MFit challenge that so many of you guys have been a part of, the former superhero challenge, right? We've been on a journey, and I just am so grateful because I know there's so much to it that we can uncover and discover together as a beautiful tribe of people who are learning and growing together at the same time on things that you want to learn about. We're an information overload. So I know I can put this all in one place, and we totally did. So it's ready, and I can't wait for you to join. As soon as you join, if it's something that you are interested in, you get a quiz. And this quiz is so important because this quiz is going to me, my team Lexi and Casey, and we're going to make sure that you get the right program for the whole month of what you're supposed to do for your workouts. And we're tying in your adrenals for that, because we launched this beautiful ImpureQ, which shows us that you're a little hypercortisol, you're a little hypocortisol, you have too much, you have too little, and your adrenals are gonna get tanked if we push too hard. So if you have ever seen my #adrenals with M posts, that's all that it is. It's just saying you can overtrain just as much as you can undertrain, right? How do we balance our body in a way that respects the whole? Because if I have a busy work day and then I go do 7 minutes of cardio, high intensity Tabata, crush it, there's a moment where it feels good for your brain, but then you feel exhausted. And I think a lot of us are in this chronic exhaustion, and we want results, we want to do the right thing, but we're just going about it the wrong way. We're pushing our body. It's too much do. And I can't believe this is the final piece of how magic this book is. The number 86 kept coming up. And you know me, I'm number 88. So I'm like, what happened in 86? That's the year my sister was born. I don't know. And then I just got this hit. You have to look up in every one of your books that you love, look up page 86. Feel. If I can teach you anything, I can teach you how to feel, because I feel everything. And I don't always show it because I had to protect myself for a long time. I thought I did, and sometimes I did. And it took a lot of healing to get all of that armor off, because you don't need the armor anymore. Ugh, I just have to show. There's just so many beautiful little images. Look at this Sagittarius babe. Ugh. So come join us. It's a 3 or 6 month membership. I would love to have you. If you have questions, ask me. I'll be back on Facebook. This is supposed to be a Facebook Live, and the universe had other plans. So please tell me your thoughts. The whole point, if you can get any point from this, is that we listen, we adapt, we respond, and all we want is to provide a place of nurturing for you. Hi, Griff. Look at this little tiger poo. He's gonna come hang. Oh, jeez, so athletic. Have a beautiful full moon in Gemini. Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me evolve always, but you wouldn't have a choice because I'm doing it anyway, and you need to do that too. Big love.